welcome to Acute Mania Live. Gosh, that band is so much fun. Like,
That's cool.
even when I saw them, they were like, it was just, they just grab you. It's one of those bands that just come here and listen to us play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really cool. I talked to them after they were done, and I said, now you got to come on Acute Mania Live and talk wieners with me. I mean, you have to.
Mm.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Alex
that's fun.
Stanilla, am I saying that right? Stanilla?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That works.
It's nice to have you on the show, man. Welcome.
Yeah. Thanks, Scott. Yeah. It's good to be here.
What's happening in Lebanon? I haven't been. I've never been to Lebanon, but I've been there several times virtually with Kevin.
Right. It's a little smoky right now.
I think it's like that everywhere. It was like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, it's like pretty nice out. It's like that perfect summer temperature where it's just like you walk outside and it's like,
It's been hot though, right? I mean, it's been hot up. You guys get the humidity like we do here, right?
oh, it's insane. Yeah. Yeah. It's real bad.
Awful.
We're,
Awful. The band I had on Saturday within a Reverie, they live down in Orlando, so they're in that all year. Like they said, like 10 months out of a year, it's just brutal. I can't.
yeah.
I don't. Why do people want to live in that? It's like living like on the equator, all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. No, I met you through. Well, actually, you gotten a hold of me. So we got connected through Kevin Whitaker, and he's been on the show a few times. We actually did a midnight countdown for it wasn't Rise, it was the Crown.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Crown.
yeah.
We did that, and of course, he was on a long time ago as a guest the very first time. I think I was actually in Hilton Head when he was I think. I can't remember, but I met him through the Whoa That's Fresh publicity company, and that I guess he's not with anymore. But I do talk to oh shoot, I knew I was gonna forget her name. I know what her screen name is on Instagram, but I don't want to like say it on here. Like it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
but she was his publicist at the time, and she said I have somebody I want you to meet and have on your show. I'm like, cool, and he came on, and that's kind of how that worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way because I did kind of I asked Kevin if there was something that I don't know about that I could ask you that he knows about.
Oh boy.
So I
Oh
was going to
God.
kind of wait until he got into the chat, but he'll see it. So he said ask him about his cats.
Yeah.
I guess he said you're in love with your cats.
Okay. Yeah. He could have.
I'm in love with my cat. I mean, that's not weird,
He could have done a lot worse. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I have a cat now. His name's
I thought you were going to say 8 cats. I was like,
no.
oh,
Yeah. Just one guy now. ZD. He can open doors. So I have.
Like a knob and
He
everything.
like paws at it enough, and it like will like open up. So he might be down here. But he will be like all over the place.
Always pets on the show, so that'd be nice to have him.
But yeah, he's awesome. I've had him 11 years now. I used to live in South Philly,
Wow. Okay.
and he followed me home one night in South Philly. I was like walking by this garden. It was like right around the corner from my apartment, and like every time I'd walk by it, he'd like jump out, and I wasn't allowed to have pets. And the one night, me and my friends were like walking, by this garden. I was like, yeah, every time I walk by this little patch of grass, this little orange cat comes out, and that night he did. And my friend Kurt Hodgins, kept coaxing him to keep walking. He was like, come here, ZD, come on. Or he didn't have a name yet, but he's like, come on, buddy, come on, buddy. And before I knew it, he like ran in my apartment.
So
and
that
my
was yours then. Done.
and my roommate had she spilled beer on her computer that week. So she made this like bed of rice for it to dry out, and he immediately came in and used the rice as like a litter box. And everybody's like,
On the
once
keyboard?
no, I don't think the computer was in at the time.
Oh, okay.
We just had a big box of rice.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And everybody was like, well, once a cat goes to the bathroom in your house, you have to keep him. And I looked for homes for a little bit and was like, I can't have a freaking cat in this apartment. And
if you would have found a home, you would not have been able to get rid of him anyway. I mean, he already made his spot there. He was
exactly.
That's
But yeah,
awesome.
had him 11 years now. He is.
How did he do with the move? Has he wandered off after he moved from there?
Yeah, no, he loves being outside, and he always comes back. He is like a little dog. Like he goes outside, and I can call him. Like his name's ZD, and ZD, come here. I'll shake treats, whatever, and he comes running back and like follows me all over the house. And
they're always closer than you think they are. We used to have, growing up. My cat's an inside cat, but like growing up, we had a cat that would be outside, and they're always just like right around the something,
Oh
hiding,
yeah, yep.
but they're never very far. But that's
And we had again with the opening doors thing, we'd have to close our basement door at night because one of our basement windows was broken. And my roommates were sitting on our porch the one night, and they said they saw ZD walking out of the broken window and like saw them, was like, oh shit, they see me. And he like went back in and like was like caught. But yeah, he would like, I'm sure he would get out at night and just walk around the streets of Philly and stuff,
he
and
was
then come
he was
back in.
pimping. Yeah, he went out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you had no
yeah,
idea what he was doing.
yeah. Everybody in the neighborhood loved him. Yeah.
Murphy's not allowed in here. He's appeared on the show a couple times. He'll get in one of the other chairs and just sit beside me, but not for very long. But he doesn't like to be held unless I'll pick him up. I'm the only one that's allowed to like pick him up and like give him a hug. But he chews on like guitar cables and things right in front of me. So
Yeah, that's not.
I'll let him in here sometimes if I'm able to watch him. If I'm not doing anything else and able to watch him, because you have to watch him because he will just start. Because there's things dangling everywhere around here, just
right. Yeah.
Stuff. So
yeah, that's not good, especially if they're plugged into something like an outlet or something.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Yeah, he hasn't been that lucky yet, but he'll get it. He'll get a jolt, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Something's going on with. I hope it's not my cord going bad here, but something's going on with this. Rob's fault.
Oh, is that your mic's name?
Yeah, it's. Well, I think it's the kid. It's one of those warm cables, the warm brand. So they're supposed to be excellent because they're not cheap. That's why I got it. But it sounds strange to me. I'm looking through my pedal. No, I'm not. I'm directly in. Okay, I don't know. It could be anything. I'll have to do a cable test.
Yeah.
Probably should get one of those cable testers. I don't know if it works on every single cable, but I have several guitar cables in here just hanging that I don't even know if they work or not.
Sure. Yeah. Just
be nice to have one of those. Do you have a cable tester?
I don't know. I just test them manually. I plug them in and they don't work.
I was trying to look on your pictures and see the brand of guitar you use, but I couldn't see the upper part.
Yeah.
What brand is that?
It's a Strat. It's right here.
Yeah. Nice.
It's a super like modded out Strat that my dad like really modded it out.
Oh, I like the color.
Technically, nice. It's like still his, but I just always take it from him.
Yeah.
I don't.
So when you play out, and a few of the songs that I've heard, and actually I think I saw a video, one of your music videos also. I can't remember what song it was, but it looked like you had a full band. Now I know Kevin plays some drums with you, right? Or does he full time play drums with you? Or tell me a little bit about your music, I guess.
Yeah. Right now it's just me and Kev.
Really?
We use backing tracks.
Nice.
Like I write everything and record most of it, and then but yeah, I sing and play guitar, and then have bass and keyboards as backing tracks, and then Kevin plays drums along to it.
So were the people in the video, were they like AIs?
Just homies, yeah, literally just like I used to run this open mic.
Oh, nice.
In Lebanon, and they were people that would like come to the open mic, and I was like, well, if you guys want to be in it, like if you actually watch closely, they're not even really playing anything.
Acting like they are.
Yeah, yeah. I was like literally just like we'll film it 3 times.
Yeah.
That was like just perks of the open mic. Like,
sure.
I could just like show up and just have like a stage there, and
right.
And I was like, yeah, just pretend like you're playing into the song. And we filmed it like 3 different times. My friend filmed it, and then just edit it together.
Looks good. Yeah, I you said that. Now I want to go see it though and see.
Yeah, if you're really watching, like, it's like I think the drummer, he really got it down. He's that's my
kind of a hard one to fake.
Yeah, that's my friend Mitchell, and it's not like a very hard drum song. Like he picked it up right away.
Yeah.
And then there was drums
and
bass.
So it's Lebanon, not Lebanon.
Yeah, Lebanon. Yeah.
I can't say it like that. I feel weird.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. Like this is a very. Are you familiar with the Pennsylvania Dutch?
Yeah. Well, it's near. It's kind of like around Lancaster, right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not Lancaster.
So this is like a very, I'll say lazy area, sleepy maybe. Like a lot of people around here, like they say lep Lebanon.
Really?
Like everyone around here has this like oh yeah, down here in Lebanon. Like that's how everybody
Oh, it's
talks.
like a an Amish area, right?
It's super Amish. Yes,
Yeah.
everybody's like Reformed Amish or Mennonite and has this like just weird dialect. So
I've heard that. I've heard that. But I have a buddy that lives up in well, he doesn't anymore, but he grew up in Garrett County, Maryland, and just north of that is Myersdale, PA, and that area, and that's in there's a lot of them around there, of the Amish,
yeah.
the Amish, and yeah, they talk like that too, and
Hmm.
it's like another world, but it kind of is because that's aren't they from like Germany or something, or I can't remember. They're
Yeah, it's a super Germanic
yeah.
area, for better or worse, probably for,
We have a place like that in West Virginia, but I mean, they're not like practicing Amish though. It's I don't know, I don't even know if any of them are. They might be, but I've never been there. But it's in the mountains of West Virginia, and it's called Helvetia.
okay.
I've never been there, but they have like a big festival every year. We got
Oh
some.
yeah, they love these people love their fest. And yeah, the Pennsylvania Dutch though is such a thick bloodline that Gene Hackman, the actor, who was
Yeah,
born in Los Angeles,
yeah.
his family is from Canada. If you look at his Wikipedia, it says he is of Pennsylvania Dutch heritage.
What?
Like it's that distinct of like it's literally like its own
Yeah,
race.
I mean, it's like ice cream. It's the true Dutch vanilla. I don't know if that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. So anyway, everybody around here, they're probably the only place in the world that pronounces it Lebanon, just
Uh,
because I don't think that Lebanon would be probably too fancy for them. You know what I mean? Like it's very
wait, you have some comments. Well, just from one person, Katie Trainer.
oh yes, Katie Trainer. What's Katie
Says,
saying?
Leppin. And then she
Yeah.
says, ha ha, I wrote that before you said it.
Yes, we're yeah. That's yep, ongoing. Hi Katie.
Katie, hit
Yeah.
subscribe. I have to I do
If
this to everybody. Hit
if if
subscribe. It helps.
if if you ever have non-musical guests on, Katie would be a great guest.
I do. I've
Well,
had one, and I'm
Katie
going to have
makes
another
music
one.
too, but
Yeah,
Katie,
I love to have non-music because it throws a wrench in things, and I get to talk about other things.
yeah,
Yeah, I would love
Katie,
to.
yeah, she's a muralist.
What's
She
that?
does a lot of stuff. Paints giant
Big
art
thing.
pieces on buildings.
Nice.
Like, yeah,
Yes. Let's talk artwork.
huge ass paintings, like 100-foot paintings on
I
sides of.
mean, I could use an artist.
Yeah,
I need to upgrade. This has been the logo. I can get out of the way, but that's been my
that's
like
cool
logo. But it's one of those ones that you just get off the internet,
for sure. Yeah,
But I use it. I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
change it because it's like the thing.
You need
So
something custom now. You need something
I
with
need
some.
something custom
Yeah,
that I can mention somebody whoever does it. I can mention their name every
exactly.
single time I talk about it. They can put their name on it, and I can
Because
promote somebody else also with it.
right, and yeah, that's the pyramid scheme. I think
Yeah.
nowadays of
Oh yeah,
doing
you
this
promote
stuff where it's like they promote you, you promote them, and we're all
exactly.
like constantly like
Yes,
the
Katie. My email is on the link tree on the YouTube thing there, or on Instagram if you're on there. I'm on there too. So hit me up. Let's do this. Alex
awesome
can co-host.
networking. Cool, love it.
I was gonna see if Kevin wanted to co-host, but I didn't want. He probably wouldn't want to intrude on your show. Some
I
people
saw
don't.
Kevin Saturday. I think we were sick of each other already, so
Well,
I think we need a 2-day break from each other, and then yeah.
I have had a magician on the
Mm.
show.
Katie's also a magician.
Times. Well, I think everybody is just at heart. I guess I don't know, but no, well, it's Sunday morning, very early on Sunday morning. If you're awake on Sunday at around 12:15 a.m., I will be in Pittsburgh, interviewing a mentalist. Hmm?
Oh, cool.
Mentalist.
Or you
I,
think
I
you'll be there interviewing a mentalist.
yeah, I can't tell you
Be some
where.
big twist, and it's like you've been here the whole time, and it's
Like, yeah, like teleport there or something. No,
yeah.
I'm actually going to a show in Pittsburgh. I'm in Pittsburgh constantly. It's not
Yeah,
very
it
far.
sounds like it. Yeah.
Things are just I should just move up there. I'm up there all the time.
Mm.
But the scene's pretty diverse, and you can pretty much see anything you want, concert wise, and anyway. But I'm going up there for a show in on Saturday night. So then afterwards, the mentalist, I can't tell you where it's at because people aren't supposed to know about. It's a secret
Of
club.
course. Oh, of
For
course.
somebody
No, I wouldn't.
no,
Yeah.
it's a secret club for somebody that's
No.
wealthy, and I can't.
No,
Not allowed to
okay.
talk.
I got you.
So we're doing it at this secret club, and I guess he has, I don't know. So I can't say anything. But so I will be going to right after the show. I'll be going over to that place, and we're gonna do the show live because who wants to see a magician that's pre-recorded? You got to do it
Right.
live.
Yeah.
So because he's a magician and a mentalist, and he does things for the Penguins and the Pirates and the Steelers and other people, country
Mm.
clubs, all that stuff. So um, Seth Newstein's his name. So I can't tell you his
Okay.
name. I mean that's. But yeah, I'll be doing a live show from there at 12:15 a.m. on Sunday morning, but it's technically Saturday night, right? So
God, I wonder what Seth Newstein is an anagram of. It definitely, like, if you rearrange the letters, it probably like reveals some crazy secret thing too. It's like it's
what was the movie where they stole the Declaration of Independence because they were reading
National Treasure. I was just
Yeah, it's probably something like that where it's
yes,
hidden in the map
yes,
on Google
or Harry Potter, like it reveals
Yeah.
some secret chamber or something.
I'll
like
find out.
Lord Voldemort.
I'll act like I'm paying attention, like really look into his eyes and be like, "What are you hiding?"
Yeah, yeah.
At the same time, he's looking in my eyes, like hypnotizing me at the same time.
Right, and stealing your watch and like
My wallet, which has nothing in it really. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Invisible Rob, which he's a visible person, but he has that name because usually
what a letdown when you meet him.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. Well, you'll see him on Sunday on Sunday
Or
morning.
will you see him?
Yeah, you'll see him. He's gonna do the show. He's like, I want to see if this guy can read my mind. Because
Yeah.
But no, I call him Invisible Rob only when I'm doing the show because he might come in tonight, but usually when I'm on the show he'll just pop in the door, but he won't come on the camera. Like he won't
I see.
wave or anything. You'll just hear him in the background. So I just
Right.
named him. He used to be on the show a long time ago. He kind of helped out with it, and he sucked as a co-host, so I fired him for that. From that,
Yep.
Kind of got in the way, and then he started doing sound, and then he just kind of quit on his own. So I was like, fine, I'll just do it myself, And look where I'm at now.
Hell yeah.
3 years on the 30th.
Congrats.
So that'll be a fun show too. You're welcome to join. Any
Cool. Thanks.
is welcome to join. I
Love it.
Today. Guns for Frogs will be joining us. They're from Pittsburgh.
That's quite the name.
Yes, and Faith by Order, and hopefully Kevin, and of course Harmon, Bo, and Tracy will be here too, the regulars. So it'll just be a little show about whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Wieners,
Yeah.
Speaking of wieners, you want to do that now, or you want? I tell you what, let's go ahead and listen to one of your songs, and then we'll do that.
Okay.
How about
Sounds
that?
good. Sounds good.
You're the reason, You're the reason for the show. I have Overtime loaded up, ready to go. What's Overtime about? Whatever you want to talk about the song, go ahead.
Yeah. It's the most expensive song I've ever made. It's the only song I've ever recorded in an actual studio with, real musicians. The drums, bass, some of the guitar. There's a theremin on it. Those are all played by different people.
Can you play the theremin? Have you ever tried it?
No. My friend Ben, one of the guys who runs the studio I was at, we had this section of the song. We're like, nah, this isn't like a guitar solo song. This isn't like a keyboard solo song. Like, what are we gonna put here? And he's like, yeah, I got this theremin. Like, I can kind of play it. And he just like rocked it, like just killed it.
It looks awesome to play. Like I'd like to try it sometime. I don't think.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like there's.
Listen for that now. See, like that's what I love about asking questions about these songs.
Yeah. There's both a lot to it and not a lot to it.
Yeah.
Like you can really dial in like the voicing and the pitch and the timbre and the tempo. But then it's literally just like reading the frequencies of your hand.
Was he dancing? Because I've seen some people play those things like on the internet, and they're like, going like this, like a hula dancer and stuff.
I think he said this was the first time anybody ever paid him to play the theremin,
Really?
and he was very nervous. And I could tell he was like, "Let's not make this a huge waste of time and money for Alex." So yeah, he was really dialed in. He might have been a little too tight, and then. Spoiler alert, a lot of it then was like super edited. Like they actually like pitch corrected it, and then like really moved the notes around and stuff. And like, and then there's an EBO over top of it that he also
What's
played.
that? I've heard of that.
It's just like it's just this like little gizmo that you put on the guitar, and it does that like thing on the guitar, and you
Candy
like
bar almost.
slide. Yeah, it's like a, but it's almost like a violin bow,
Okay.
but it's electric, and
A bow? Or-
it's this big.
Oh, I
You
see.
literally like almost like a slide, almost like a guitar slide, but it creates its own frequency. So we doubled up the theremin and ebow for like the solo part in this song.
Wow.
And yeah, Ben
That's cool.
Ben Roth is the guy who did that and just murdered it. Like
He's the one that's doing the theremin.
Yeah, he did the theremin, did the
We need to get him on the show because I want him to play that on the show.
Yeah. So he runs a studio in Lancaster called the Kaleidoscope with another guy. So that's why I record the song.
Awesome.
And then he's in like 1,000 bands and just like, the most like
let's
talented.
get all of his bands on because that would give me 1,000 episodes. I mean,
right. Yeah. He's in like every band ever, and just super talented guy. And
I'd love to chat with him about like studio stuff too, and that'd be a whole different show.
Oh yeah. They've been running this studio now for years, and like
I'm excited to listen to the song again, like, especially with cans on, because I'll probably pick up some of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and two, another cool thing, like you said, with the cans on, is he also did right before the first chorus, he added. Are you familiar with like the MPCs?
No, I don't think so.
It's like Kanye's favorite instrument. Like
really?
it's called a music production center, and it's basically like I think they came out in like the 80s, and it was basically like a computer digital, like a digital audio workstation in a box, and you make beats and stuff with it. And he really loaded up a bunch of like chimes and that's right before the chorus, and made this like crazy like sampled.
So they really worked on this song heavily with you then.
Oh yeah, I'm crazy. Like we recorded it. I'm like, I need some more shit here, need some more shit there, and like we just had like a lot of fun with it. Yeah. So there's like a lot of little layers and stuff a lot of weird instruments, theremin, MPC. We use this like it's called a sub bass. So there's this like thing that goes on at one point. Also played the harmonium on it. I'm not sure if you know.
I'm not aware of
it's like a piano accordion. Like it's like, and you'll hear it in the second verse. It comes in the second verse, and it's like you play the keys, but then you're also like,
let's listen to it, and then
yeah. You'll hear all of it.
I'm gonna try to pick out some things that I'm not familiar with, and
sure,
that's what that's crazy. We might have to listen to this like 3 times. I don't know.
Okay, as long as it's on a I'll take those streams. I'll take that.
Yeah, but yeah, I want to hear this. This is Overtime by Alex Stanilla.
Devil's working overtime, running demons round inside my mind. Make it so your voice is hard to find. Introduce you to 1,000,000 lines. Everyone around you talks the same. Glad I had you written down with the page. Wrote it on the crayon, set up my age. The company you keep is lame. Working overtime, working all the time. Blame it on the grind. Sign the dotted line. Feel how to this giant. Baby, why you crying?
once decisions are made. All the time, blame it on the grind. Let me sign the dotted line. Feel I have to try it. Baby, while you're flying, anything to catch your eye. Lose me, please don't cry. Swear that God gave me a sign.
Now I was hearing like almost like a tuba or some kind of a brass low end at the end there.
That's the harmonium.
That's cool.
Yeah, that thing's awesome. And I did not quite play. It's kind of hard to play.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite get it drawn out the way I wanted to.
But it's there. It's subtly there.
It has the craziest like resonance and like it holds a place in a song that I feel like almost no other instrument does. Like once you hear it, like it, and then we kind of A-B'd it, like played it, took it away, added it, took it away, and it adds the smallest little, like you really notice it when it's not there, but when it is there, you almost don't hear it either. You know what I mean? It's kind of an interesting thing.
I keep going like this because I felt like it was in the lower part of this ear.
Yep. Yeah.
Like but it was subtle enough. It was subtle, but it was there. I could hear it there.
Yeah, it just gives it some
like
body.
You have to have like headphones. Some Marla Forstman.
That's my aunt. Hey, Mar.
Says love all the fun, cool instruments. Yeah, I enjoy that too. I like when people do different things like that. You know, like you always hear drums, bass, and guitar.
Yeah,
screaming or singing. You know, and you know it's nice to have some diversity. You know, and that's I heard that theremin right away though because it's one of those instruments that, like you don't really remember what it sounds like if you haven't heard it for a while. But when you do hear it, you know that's probably what it is.
And
every time.
It never sounds the same way twice either. You know what I mean?
It's like sound, really.
Literally any time you like the slightest hand movement, depending on how it's like tuned, will make a huge difference. And like, you know what I mean? Like you almost can't recreate it. So it is a very unique. Yeah.
I mess with a Moog DFAM. I don't know if you're familiar with Moogs. MOOG.
Yep.
And Moog makes the theremin. It's a small. Whoop.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
And I use this in the Natural Cause stuff that me and Robert. Hang on a minute. I use that in the songs that we released on Natural Cause so far, and I'm gonna put it in between each song on the EP.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do similar things to that, or like the theremin, kind of, where it has those like, this sounds, but it's with those knobs, it's so hard to get it in the right key. You know, like Rob can be sitting here playing on his guitar, and I'm still trying to. It'll take me 5 minutes to find the key and the right combination of knob twists to get it there. But I mean, you can get there eventually. But the cool thing about it is I can't like turn it on and be like, okay, well let's play this certain song.
Yeah,
and it sounds exactly the same. It just never does. It's so intricate.
Right.
You can't save any settings on it. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Moog makes I think they make a regular theremin, and then they make like a theremin. It's just a miniature version of it, theremin, and that's a little bit cheaper because those things are kind of expensive.
Right. Yeah.
I'd like to mess with one just to do it.
For sure. Yeah.
I thought about buying one and then just sending it back and say I didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I'm afraid I'm gonna like it. And just mess with it. So. Yeah. Did you mess with it at all when you were there at the studio?
I didn't know.
Should have.
Yeah, I
Probably go
mean,
back anytime though and mess with it if you want to.
I was there on Thursday. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be back again next month. Yeah, I
Are
try
you,
to
are you
go.
gonna are you recording there a lot like all your stuff or are you I know it's expensive to go to a studio but
It is, yeah. But from now on, I'm like, oh my god, like I feel like. I mean, initially when I went in, I was like, I want to see if recording in a studio makes a difference. Like, I want to see if it's all it's cracked up to be. And now I'm like, for me, yes, I definitely the studio is definitely yeah. I'd so much rather be doing
Hannah
that
says
than
it's on my bucket list to use a theremin. Hannah Hypio.
Hana. She's
Oh,
just like
that's
Lebanon.
Hannah. It says Hannah on my side. No,
So unlike
Hannah.
Lebanon,
Lebanon.
we're Lebanon,
Lebanon.
but
Lebanon.
unlike Hannah, she's Hana. So
Man,
it flips, but she's also from Lebanon.
the band I had on Saturday, I had a horrible time trying to pronounce their song titles. Like there was one that was in Japanese letters only, and the
E.
whole song was in Japanese. And then I mean they're from Orlando. It's not like the one guy like studied Japanese, so that's why they wanted to do
That'll
one.
do it.
And
Oh,
the other song that we played, I'm not even gonna attempt it, but it's a Portuguese word. So I'm like, where are you coming up with this stuff? You know, like,
Yeah.
why is
Do
it
you
so
want people to listen to it? You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
unfortunately that would immediately turn me off. I'd be like, I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell this is gonna be. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's,
gonna
it's it's very good stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's like just name it the.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
easy, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but everything's pronounced different in Lebanon.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. That's all we got.
Whole nother world.
You,
Whole nother world.
you know, you say weird shit, and that's yeah.
She says her Hana actually is it Hana? Hana.
Uh-huh. Yep.
My
You
name
got
is actually Japanese. No, it's not. No, it's not. Is it really?
Her parents did live in Japan for a while.
What?
Yeah. Hana is probably yeah, definitely.
She a musician also?
Hana, no.
Hana, get a theremin and then come on the show and we'll talk about theremins. I wonder if there's
Hana,
anybody that actually does like a dance routine with their theremins. You would think that there would be,
huh?
and be able to manipulate it as they're dancing. You would think there's somebody's done that. I'm sure.
I did once see a guy that had one while he was playing guitar.
Well, I guess yeah. I guess.
So
Well, don't
he
you,
would
like, hover
use
over it or something. I don't know.
yeah. So he would do that while he was playing guitar, and would also play the theremin while he was playing guitar and
Kinda
singing.
creepy, though.
So it was yeah. He was a weird guy. Yeah, it would have been anybody else would have been cool, but he definitely might have been a serial killer. And like
Now, how is Kevin on drums? I've heard him play. He'll post some things every now and again on Instagram of him playing drums. How is he really? Like, what?
yeah,
Like,
Kevin's the man. Yeah, Kevin can play anything. Like
you don't have to just. I mean, you tell the truth if you want.
absolutely, yeah, no, yeah. Kevin's a very fast study.
Kevin's the man.
Yeah, really like leans into everything. Loves definitely loves to like take chances, which I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he will.
He kind of did with his music there. I mean, recently, especially like from Crown up until Rise. You know, that's
Mhm.
completely different from the stuff from the beginning. I think.
Yeah, he's always pushing, like always trying to be like better and try to outdo himself from the day before,
Guys,
and like
you guys
always
work
trying to
together
grow.
well. Have you tried to write? Do you guys write together? Like write new music together? Do you have a good writing relationship?
It's not the best. I don't write well with anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just I don't know what it is.
It is hard. It is with anybody. I mean, even if you're used to writing with somebody, it's still tough to do because, well, I get the whole thing of like, you know, if I'm really down with this idea that I came up with, and then, you know, let Rob hear it, he'll be like, and then want to change something, and then I just don't like it, you know, and but it's almost like there's nothing you can do. Like I welcome that, you know, I welcome feedback to change things, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's I can kind of feel what you're saying. Like it's just hard to ask somebody, what do you think of this? How can we change it? You know, so like because you don't want it to change.
Yeah, we've at the beginning of the year we were like working on this other project that was like very poppy, like very
like radio.
Yeah, we were trying to like the goal, I guess, was to get like songs like synced in commercials and stuff because he like knows people that do that. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna write like the most generic, poppy, catchy stuff I don't even like, but just
Yeah.
something that we could like sell to a commercial. So we worked together on that. We made a couple songs like that, and those went pretty well. But then other stuff, I know we haven't really tried to like write together, but yeah, I just in general, I don't like writing with other people. I don't mind like in the studio, the guys that I work with, they'll be like, I think you should play the guitar like this.
Mhm.
And I'm like, cool, because I would have played it. I never would have put much thought in how I was playing it. I just would have been playing it.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, you should probably mimic this part, and then it will leave room for this. And they'll, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm
kind
pretty,
of help it help build it, I guess.
yeah, like an arrangement thing.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty open when it comes to like that part of writing. But when it comes to just like laying out a song initially, like the bones of it, you know what I mean? Like what chords you're playing and like what notes you're singing. That's very much like that's like a very private thing for me. I think.
I noticed on your I think it was your Instagram stories the last couple of days. You've been like on the side of cliffs or out in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
What were you doing exactly?
So that's called White Rock, and it's part of the Appalachian Trail, and
Okay.
that's just like a really you can see the whole county.
I was gonna say it looked like a really good view.
And then, so my friend Michael Waves, who's somebody else that you should have on, that was like his. So he's also an artist. He does like kind of more like alternative hip hop kind of stuff.
Okay.
And he just put out a song called "Too Much Time on the Internet." And so I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know if you can see in those videos, but there's an old. I actually have it here in my basement. But it's a 90s Dell. Got like a 90s Dell computer, and dragged it out to White Rock. And we were kind of, well, for his videos, he's actually on the computer and then singing his song about like, it's like literally like you can't get away. Like you're constantly like
You're just
on the,
you're glued. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
you go away from it for a second. You got to go right back to see what people thought about whatever you just put on there.
exactly. Yeah. So we were filming his stuff out there. And then while I was there, he was like, yeah, why don't I just like film you sing your song here? And then we'll
Hannah has a really good question here, and it kind of ties into what we're talking about because you were on it pretty much on a cliff.
oh God.
No, she says, can we ask Alex what his greatest fear is and why? She says, I feel like maybe it's heights. Is heights your fear?
Greatest fear. My greatest fear, actually, and Hannah will love this answer too, because she always says I'm a narcissist. But my greatest fear is potential disfigurement.
Like, okay, like explain.
I don't want to.
I know what that is, but like, I mean,
I don't want to like I don't want my face to get screwed up, or I don't want to like lose a leg or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to look.
well, I mean, what if it's an accident though, and you can't help it? Like that's
I know, but that's like a big fear.
that's
That's
fear,
my
yeah.
big fear. That is definitely my greatest fears. So I guess yes, potentially like heights. I could fall and like become like paralyzed from the waist down or something like I guess anything that would take away from my own self-image or something is my greatest fear.
I think that's for a lot of people too.
For sure, yeah.
A lot of people probably don't speak of that, but yeah, I mean that's in the back of everybody's mind, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I was supposed to cut the half mohawk that I have after the actually on the 200th episode, and I never did it because I have a fear of not having it.
yep.
It took a while
Yep.
to get this thing going. Speaking of,
It's a great mohawk.
thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know who Katie's talking to here, but she says
We never know who Katie's
My
talking.
friend here says you look hot. I don't know if she's talking about you or me. I'm thinking it's me, but you never know.
Katie's friend there. Well,
She said, yeah, she says, my friend here says you look hot. And I don't know if she's talking about you or me. So maybe it's both of us.
I would think it'd be Katie's girlfriend, Jackie. So Jackie might think that you're hot. Is it Jackie?
Katie says snakes in water. You're afraid of snakes in water.
Yeah, actually, we went floating a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, well, see, you can't go floating. That's the thing. Then you won't have to worry about it.
Yes.
You gotta worry
Yeah.
about fish, though. I mean, there's more fish in the water than there are snakes. I mean, yes.
No,
there are.
they were big snakes on the surface of the water,
I heard you have-
swimming
We have them
like
here.
at us. It
But
was
I'm curious.
horrible.
They're curious.
Like-
they're more afraid of. What my parents always told me, they're more afraid of you than you are of them.
I don't know. These snakes were young and they would seem fearless. Like they were like gunning for me, and I was
Wow.
I actually
Wow.
I was screaming. Like I like literally the six snakes swam at me that day, and every single
Now,
time
say
I
that really,
screamed.
really fast. Say that.
Yeah, I
really
know. Yeah. And every single time I screamed like a little banshee on the water.
You do
And
have a high pitched voice, so I can only
it
imagine.
was ripping that day. And I had a sore throat and like yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I wasn't. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah,
I
very
like that idea. I'm going to wait on that though, hon. I won't do that yet. She told me to
God.
call you something, but I'll do that in a minute.
Oh, no.
Katie says Jackie is in Altoona.
Okay, then I wonder who.
Somebody
Right, well,
thinks I'm hot.
there
Or
you
you're
go,
hot,
Scott.
or I'm hot. She
I
has
think
self-specified this.
I think it's you, Scott. Yeah.
I think it is. Hey, what do you say we talk wieners? Wieners are hot.
Let's do
right?
it. It's
All right,
time.
here's my dad singing the intro to this segment, and my mom.
I know a weenie man. He owns a weenie stand. He sells most anything from hot dogs on down. Someday I'll join his life and be his
weenie wife.
hot dog. I love that weenie man.
Okay.
I love it.
My dad, the other day, he goes, "Do you still play that on there?" I was like, "Yes, every single show. You're a star."
200 times now. Yeah.
Well, 206. You're 206. So you're
Oh, cool,
206
cool,
times
cool,
now.
cool.
Well, no, well, I mean, we didn't always do the segment, so
Oh, true. Yeah.
I'd have to go back and see what. I don't even know when I started it. It's been several though, probably about 20 ago. Anyway, this you said you watched when Kevin was on and answered the weenie question, but it's about hot dogs, and it's my roommate Mike is a lover of hot dogs. I won't say a lover of wieners because that's people take that way out of context. But he
Yeah.
loves hot dogs. And he's a very good cook. He actually opened up a restaurant recently called Grill 250 right here in West Virginia. And I'm actually going to do a show from there soon, sometime. I don't know whenever he's ready for me to come up and do a live show from there. Maybe a hot dog eating contest at the same time, which would be awesome. But he just loves hot dogs, and he will travel the lines to try hot dogs. What do you like? What toppings do you like on your hot dogs when you eat hot dogs? If you eat hot dogs,
Yeah. Lately, I've been a chili cheese dog guy.
that's pretty
The works.
Yeah. Now could you handle everything like onions and I mean some people just load it up where you can't even.
Yeah. I load. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
If it's
Oh,
available,
yeah.
you'll take it.
It's like 2 meals in one. You got your chili, and then you also got the dog there. And I
Guess he just showed up in the chat.
missed. Hey, Kev.
Kevin, he says, "Holy shit, there are 8 people in here." Well, actually, there's 9 now, Kevin. We're talking about wieners. Of course, he would show up at the right time.
His weenie, like the bat symbol, the weenie symbol showed up.
His
And he's
radar
like,
went off.
oh man, it's like somebody's talking about food.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Kevin loves cuisine.
I can't remember where Kevin said to go if Mike was to come to Lebanon to eat hot dogs. Where would he go to get the best one?
I would assume, Kevin, would it be oh Christ, what's that?
That'd be a cool name for a hot dog shop. Oh Christ.
Yeah. There was a bar. Katie, what is it? Katie used to paint the windows there.
Well, she should know.
The William Penn. They have like
Kevin said you love it loaded.
it's called the William Penn, and like literally all they do now is sell hot dogs. It used to be a bar, and
See?
now they're open like
Straight
4
up
hours a
weird.
day, and they just sell hot dogs. Like it
They
just
get old and they said, hey, we can't do the bar thing anymore.
well, they
They
had
talk
a
like
lot
this
of
'cause they've been smoking for decades.
had a lot of issues at the bar, but
Kevin, right? Yeah.
yes, oh yeah, Kev was showing
He
up.
said sheets. I think that is what his answer was. Sheets.
It was Sheets.
We got sheets down here too. Yeah. I don't know.
What?
Their chili sucks. I'll tell you that much.
Kevin, of all the places in Lebanon to get hot dog, you chose Sheets.
I said, "Oh my God, Penn." So you must be right.
Yeah, the William Penn. Yeah, like that's all they do is sell hot dogs. I've yet to have one, but
Alex Queen. I don't know what that is. Hannah says. Katie says, "Wiener talk. This is like an open mic comedy night." Yeah, kinda. It can be like that.
yeah, we're having fun here.
It's
Yeah.
whatever it is. Whatever. I mean, like I was telling you, we talked lawnmowers. The guy that co-hosts from London every once in a while, Tom. Me and him talk lawnmowers for a good half hour the other
Oh
night.
God! Wow.
I mean, they use different lawnmowers than we do. So I was
Yeah.
intrigued. I mean, and
Yeah.
I looked it up after the show. It literally hovers on the ground like
Okay. All right.
electric because everything's electric in London. It's weird.
Okay. Yeah.
He's Kevin says he likes the Sheetz hot dogs. That's what he says.
Yeah, but I mean,
But I mean, yeah, I mean that's just Sheetz. That's gas station hot dog.
you get
gotta
that
be-
anywhere. Yeah,
So,
you gotta.
I'm surprised he could come up with something better than Sheetz.
That's all right. Yeah.
I'll have to get him
Okay.
on there again.
But yeah, your buddy
We're gonna
Mike.
listen to your song at the end of the show, your new song, because I haven't really I heard it a couple times, but you know, I need to really you really hear it in these things. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
now you were talking when we first conversed on Instagram. You were wanting to come down this way and tour a little bit. Do you still want to do that?
Yeah.
I want to watch this stuff live. I want to see you play this live. This is cool. This is really good stuff.
I was so I booked something, and Kevin doesn't know this. Right? But this will be like a solo run. But yeah, I booked something in South Carolina in
I don't live in South
October.
Carolina though. Wait! I don't live in South Carolina.
No, I know. So initially, I have some friends in South Carolina, and I've been meaning to get down there, and it just like worked out that October. Greenville.
Greenville. Never been to Greenville. Cool.
So I was thinking I would go west and then south, but I'm actually playing. So on October 15th, I'm in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Hell yeah.
And then October 19th, I'm in Greenville, South Carolina.
Then after that, come back up through my way.
Possibly, yeah. Actually, yeah. You know what? And then I was gonna work my way up through
A couple.
North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland.
We'll try to get you at.
I guess
we'll
I could scoot over to.
No, I was gonna say we'll try to get you at Dunbar because that's down in southern West Virginia. I live in the northern part. We'll get you
Okay.
to Dunbar, and then we'll get you somewhere around where I live, and then maybe
But yeah.
Pittsburgh too. I know a lot of places in Pittsburgh.
But looking at freaking maps every day for the past like 2 weeks, like really trying
Fun,
to
isn't
route that. It's the dumbest route you could possibly do. And
But
it just,
you're touring. I mean,
yeah.
Kevin will be driving anyway. You don't have to worry about it. Just get in there.
Oh
and
no,
sleep.
no, like these are all like solo. This is a solo. This
Oh,
is a
so
solo.
that's
Yeah, this will be
waiting.
like an
Oh.
acoustic solo thing. Yeah, this will be pretty. Yeah,
Aren't you gonna need an opener? Kevin can be an opener, right?
you definitely could be an opener. Yeah.
You're gonna need a driver. You're gonna be tired after these shows, and I hear he's a good driver. I don't know if he's or not.
Yeah, he's a good driver. Yeah,
he said that's okay.
I will say though, he texts a lot when he drives.
Hey, I do a lot of things when I drive. I don't text when I drive unless
Kevin,
forced.
My biggest
But
critique.
I answer emails. I do that because they don't. There's no laws against emailing. It's just texting. I email. I edit videos. I do several. I play games.
You might have $1 million court case in your hands right now. Like that actually could hold up
mean,
in court. Like my
if it-
defendant says that there technically
texting.
is nobody. There's no signs that say don't explicitly do this and drive.
Well,
So
in West Virginia, there is when you cross the border into West Virginia, it says hands-free communication devices only.
okay,
Now the thing is, I can have somebody else hold the phone while I edit, and I can tell them, as long as I'm not holding it, I can put it in a cradle. There's
that's what she said.
yeah. Oh, you're one of those. Me and Rob do that all the time. It's hilarious. Yeah, Kevin says he gets bored. See, I do too. Even if I'm just going down the road, I get bored. I don't like driving that much, and I'm getting ready to drive a lot up here. But speaking of, and I got to do this before I forget, and then I want to play your the other song. I try to feature shirts when I do the show, like other people's shirts. And Kevin, I'm sorry, I the whole plan today when I was at work, I was like, I need to wear my Kevin shirt. I get it out. There was some weird. I don't know how there was even anything on it because it was in the laundry, and it was clean. It was in my drawer. But I have it. I meant to wear it. But anyway, I had to dig for this one also, and I was like, please don't have a stain. Please don't have a stain. But this is Confessions of a Traitor. They're from London. That's in the United Kingdom. And they've been on the show twice, a long time ago, and then recently, I think it was the end of last year, because they put out a full length album. They signed to Face Down Records, and they are coming to North America for a tour. So August the 4th, I am traveling to Fremont, Ohio, which I've never ever been. past Cleveland, but it's past Cleveland. It's about 4.5 hours from here. It's up near like Toledo area. It's up there.
Yeah.
Go see Confessions of a Traitor. They're touring. They're doing North America tour with Convictions and Bloodlines and Cultist. So that's gonna be badass. So I get to meet a band that I had on from London twice. I mean, that's just amazing. Somebody from that far away that I'll get to meet in person and hang out with a little bit and see them play. So that I'm really excited about that. August 4th. Tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'm on a 3-show stretch here.
Sure.
Day in between. So, but I like that. I loved on this show. But Wednesday, I have a couple guys from Raleigh, North Carolina, Strength Betrayed, and that's at 7:00 on Wednesday. But enough about that stuff. Let's listen to On and On. And the reason why I put them in this order, I like this one. I like the other one now that I know all the stuff that's on it. I want to go back and listen to it. But this was out of the two, I favored that one for some reason.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. Tell us a little bit about this song and what it's about and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's very much written from the perspective of kind of being like a screw up. Like that point in your life where you just you mess up everything. I think 2016 I missed a flight, and it was a big I was living in Seattle at the time. I was partying a lot. I was always on a mess of drugs and stuff, and actually went to Vancouver. It was cheaper to fly out of Vancouver, British Columbia than
really?
Yeah, because of the Rocky Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I did when I got to Seattle, everybody said, if you're going to fly out of Seattle, fly out of Portland or Vancouver. So I was all right, never been to Vancouver. And I was all right, I can so I took a bus up to Vancouver, stayed with Airbnb thing. And, thought that I could also make my friend's wedding. And it was just super, messed up, and missed a flight and didn't have enough money to, get another one. And I was just didn't even have enough money to get back on the train to Vancouver to get back to Seattle. I was just sitting in this airport, thinking of my life for the past couple weeks and months. And I was man, how did I get to this point that I'm in freaking middle of Canada, no money, just been doing XX and the third for the past couple weeks, and really just going downhill. That's not how I picture my life at this point. So it's kind of written around. So it's I feel lyrically it's all fragments of that time in my life. There's no necessarily coherent story. It's kind of a mixture of just things that were happening that all. Yeah, I'm sure you've had this experience. Not saying that you've had a low point, but when you're reminiscing on your life, and it's certain it's almost like a dream, certain memories come back. It's oh yeah, I did that. Oh, and I did that. And then I did that thing there, and I did that thing there. And that's probably all what led me to here. So this song is kind of a compilation of several things that I feel led to a low point in my life. And, but I also wanted it to sound like a party song, because I was partying throughout it. So I wanted that juxtaposition of painful things to write about, but it was fun too. You know what I mean? It was a fun time of life.
It was fun. Yeah. Right.
It's it too much fun. And also looking back on it regretfully, that juxtaposition.
I take it you got out of the airport or the bus station. I take it you got out of there because you.
I had to hop I did that thing where because you need this. It's almost like a New York City subway was what the thing was there. It was $10 to get back on it. And I did that thing where you get really close to somebody that's going through, and they hopped over this little terminal and right
behind them. Yep.
Got on the shuttle that took you back to Vancouver, and then just kind of begged for change for an afternoon, and made enough money to get a bus ticket back to Seattle, and I was like, I'm not leaving the country for a long time. And that was 2016. That was 7 years ago. I haven't left the country since. I'm like, Alex cannot leave the country anymore.
Well, I mean, you just don't want to be. Just don't go alone. You can leave the country.
Yeah, I need it. I need somebody with me to be like, you have enough money for this, not enough money for this. And
well, have you made your itinerary and your plan for this tour? Because I know you're still in the country, but still, you got.
Yeah, I'm pretty good about it now. At the time, though, I was like, right? Yes, I was living and learning too fast.
Sometimes
learned a lot.
Way, right?
Yeah. So that's on and on. It's lyrically, it's kind of just a culmination of that period of my life. And
Anna has a question, but we'll wait until after we hear the song.
Okay, cool.
All right, here is On and On by Alex Stanilla. Check it out.
Can you see yourself in the water by your feet? Wreckage like a dream. Was it the sea or the lake? Caught up in the way my lips would bleed. I was hiding on the speed. You said would be my end. Pick me up from the falcon floor when I was young, and on the floor I was fucked up from the place I was running to that I ran from to take one of you. On and on the lights of up on me. I don't want you to see what I'm into. We had the door and I lost my seat. Now my ticket in the sea. Never could go through. See me what you can't see in yourself. If you think I look like hell, well, water wash you too. Wore your mask and you thought that you were mine. Said it felt a little tight, and all the world the same. I picked you up. You were lying on the floor, in your bed, in a bag you couldn't afford. You were fucked up. Who you wanna be, because you are. That was how you stayed with me. On and on the lights of up on me. I don't want you to see what I've been up to. We had the door and I lost my seat. Now my ticket in the sea. Never could go through.
I like that. It is very happy. You know. You glitched there for a minute. Are you?
I know,
yeah.
yeah.
Are you with us? No, I'm kidding.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Internet
no,
connections.
it's very it's happy, but I can kind of hear the lyrics a little bit better, in the cans and kind of hear what you're saying. And it's just like, man, that is powerful. Like it is, because didn't you say like effed up in there at one point, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like the song like that, you're not you don't expect. I mean, I don't know all the things you're saying. I have a very hard time hearing people's lyrics,
Sure. Yeah.
unless I
Yeah.
see them.
Mm.
But yeah, you can tell that it's just it's very very thoughtful. The things that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
especially with that phrase in there. You're something. It's something that's meant a lot, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And just it's kind of like yeah, the music doesn't really match in that instant in that when you're talking about that stuff, but it
Yep.
does because it is a happy time, because you are mischievously being happy, and
Yeah. Yeah.
things are messed up in spots, So yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
very good, man. Very good stuff.
Nice, Scott.
Um, Hannah says before I forget, I want to make sure I get to her question. Where does Alex get his inspiration from? And that's a question that I like to ask to guests, but I just don't all the time because that's kind of an over. It's one of those questions that everybody asks when they do interviews, but I'd like to know also. So what are your inspirations? Like I guess musically, I guess that's what she means. Like where do you get your inspiration from musically?
Yeah. I've been on a big Al Green kick lately.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freaking love that guy.
All right.
But I feel like a lot of the music I have out now might not reflect that. Maybe over time it's kind of getting there a little bit, like a little bit more soulful.
Mhm.
But at the time I was like, really obsessed with like alternative artists like MGMT, uh,
I can hear that.
Passion Pit, Tame Impala, that kind of stuff. I really was
I'll tell you
interested.
what I'm hearing. I'll tell you what I'm hearing now since we're on this question.
Yeah.
What I hear and this is, I mean, I'm hearing a lot of Radiohead
Mm.
mixed, married. I'll say married. Radiohead married with Coldplay is what I hear.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
I guess it's because of your vocals. A lot of that is your vocals.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. And
Like
my aunt.
not really the techno, but like that style, that vibe of your songs
Yeah.
is
Definitely. Yeah. My aunt Marla, who's in the chat. Hi, Mar. She made me a Radiohead CD when I was 16. So that was like,
excellent job, Marla.
oh yeah, Marla's like the coolest. Like she got me an Elliott Smith CD, got
I
me a
want to talk to
Radiohead.
Marla on the show. I'm gonna
Yeah,
interview Marla.
you should have Marla on. Marla be a fan.
She did put a question in here towards the end of the song. She said, "Does Alex ever think about moving away from pop music?" But your stuff is more like indie. I mean, it's. I don't think it's in a genre. Personally, I don't think that. But
Yeah, and everything that's being like worked on right now is definitely not quite. Yeah, it's less poppy, I guess. It's a little more.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's.
yeah.
I think it's great, man. It keep it up.
Yeah,
Sure.
thanks, Scott. Yeah.
And I want to see it live. Yeah, let me know when you might be up this way or you wanna
definitely.
make a way up. And if it's not till next year or something, do
Right.
your stuff now.
Yep.
And we can do it at any time. I'm always around these places. I really don't have any pool anywhere. But,
Sure. Yeah.
I can direct you to the best places to play that are there's a lot of bars out there. They're the owners. Well, I don't want to say the owners, but the staff and your experience. It's like they're not good. But I've been to a lot of places that are just chill and everybody's so nice and welcoming. And I would love for anybody that I know to go to those places and play. Even if they're not around me, they're not. There's a lot of places in Pittsburgh that I love.
Yep.
I don't even know the owners.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the place I'm going to on Saturday, I've never been there. Squirrel Hill Sports. It's so hard to say. Squirrel Hill Sports Bar.
Yeah.
Never been there, but I hear it's an awesome place. So I'll check it out Saturday. And yeah, so I mean, there's options everywhere, and there's a lot of great venues to play.
Yep. Very grateful that things are opening up again too. I always think about that and try to take that like in stride. Where like 2 years ago, you couldn't even think about playing shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm very glad.
That's why I started doing this, man. Because I would go to open mics a lot. I don't really anymore, but sometimes. But I couldn't do that, so I'd have to sit in here and play. And that gets old after a while. playing with yourself. You know what I mean? I gotta do this. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but even Rob would come over. I'd play with him. Okay, and then on and on. But you know what I mean? Like everybody was inside. Nothing was open. Places failed and didn't even come back when it did.
Right.
Things reopen, and
Yep.
it was kind of weird getting back into to playing out again. But at that time, I had me and Rob had dove in and started writing originals, and I wasn't doing '90s covers anymore. I wasn't that guy that goes to open mics and plays '90s covers that nobody else plays. But we were playing original stuff, which was cool. But yeah, it was. I was like, well, musicians aren't doing anything right now, so I'm gonna interview them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
But here I am. I'm still doing it, even though things are open again.
Yeah.
The 30th, which is I believe it's the next, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So a week from Sunday is the 3-year anniversary of the show, and I'm just doing for the 200th show. I had a guest on, and I was going to do that again and have like somebody from a long time ago come on, but it's hard to, summertime, people are touring, people are playing festivals, and nobody has the time to actually say, yeah, we'll do it. So I just asked a few people, you and Kevin and Guns for Frogs and Robbie from Praise by Order, and probably a couple other people. We're just going to kind of hang out, do a little show, and just talk about the past a little bit, and maybe Rob and I will play some Natural Cause stuff on acoustic. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how the practice goes.
Yeah.
Some stuff that's not released yet, but that'll be on Sunday. So you're more than welcome to join up on that, and I will give you the Zoom link for that.
Sweet. Thank you.
Stuff. So, what's coming up for you in the short term?
Just playing a couple shows here and there. I'm in this contest called the Big Break right now. It's out of Scranton.
You get
It's pretty cool.
What's the prize? You get a big break?
It's crazy. Yeah, it's like
Cat bar?
there's a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, exactly. You get a piece of that
Yeah.
fancy
Breaking out-
feast.
Oh, fancy feast.
Do you know that? Do you watch The Office?
Not for a while. No, I don't watch much TV anymore.
So there's an episode where the one guy, he has the Kit Kat song stuck in his head, and the whole episode he's trying to figure out, like he's like dun 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 dun. He's like, what the hell is that?
Fancy feast, didn't he?
And at the very end of the episode, he's like, break me off a piece of that fancy feast. He's like, got it. And like they're all just like watching him, like, yeah, this guy's an idiot. But yeah,
Yeah, I know of the show. Yeah, that's
it's a good.
Kit
show.
Kat. Kit Kats are one of my favorite candy bars.
Oh, they're
What's your
great.
favorite candy bar? What do you got for that?
Yeah, maybe a mint Kit Kat.
Oh,
like-
I haven't
I
had
like
the.
I like
Yeah.
mint stuff.
You're one of those chocolate chip mint ice cream guys.
That's my
Or is
yeah.
it the
That's my
Shamrock
thing.
Shake from McDonald's that has
Yep.
is that mint? Yeah.
Yep.
Mint and gum. You like gum? You chew gum?
Not a acid reflux is horrible, and it
I
it's
take
like an
medicine for that too.
instant like acid reflux trip now whenever I chew some gum. There you go, Hannah.
You have
There's some-
you have any songs that you're actively working on that'll come out later on that we can look forward to?
Yeah. I was in the studio on Thursday. Think we finished one up, and then it's close,
yeah.
and then started another one. So I'm hoping to get one more out before the year's over,
Nice.
if not two. And then I run this. I call it a record label,
Well, yeah.
but I put out compilations like quarterly, like do one usually around like different holidays and stuff. So did like a Valentine's Day one, gonna do a summer one, gonna do an October one, and then do like a Christmassy holidays one. And I always like to put out songs that are like either alternative versions of what I release or just unreleased songs. And then those come out on Bandcamp, and all the proceeds go to like a local veterinarian clinic or something like that. Like it's all charity based, like everything 100%. Like I think it's made $100 so far. I've donated like $200. Like I usually try to like match every dollar donated. So that'll be out next month, and I'm gonna put on like a couple songs that won't be on like streaming services or whatever.
Well,
They'll
if
just
you
be
want
there.
if you want to come on the show around the like a little bit before that's gonna happen, and let's try to drum up some more donation support.
Love it. Yes. Cool.
We'll bring Kevin on,
And-
and we'll just do a whole show. We'll bring Katie and Hannah on also from wherever they're at. We'll all do a Zoom.
Yeah.
We'll promote the hell out of this and try to raise some good money for your charity.
Cool. Yeah. And like, yeah, anybody that is an artist that wants to submit, like, shoot me a message or shoot me an email. Like, always, always.
And I want to get with you on some collab stuff too. We were
Yeah,
talking
yes.
live. Some of this stuff that you probably do the same thing. When you write music, some things that you write is to challenge yourself. And to make yourself better, but you don't want to make it too hard because then it's just pretty much undoable. But I'm now that I have that vocal processor, I can sing a little bit higher because it'll do some parts for me as I do it. But it'd be so much better just having somebody like you on there and then be real person.
Sure. Yeah. Anytime.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about that. Yeah.
Cool.
Evan, thanks for chatting and watching, and Hannah and Katie and Marla, your aunt, right? Thank you guys very much. Hit subscribe. I know you have to hit subscribe to be able to chat. That's how I get you.
Nice. Good.
But hit the like button. Nobody really ever hits the like button, but if you feel like doing that, hit that. It just kind of helps the YouTube algorithm. You know how that works. You're on YouTube. Share it with your friends and whoever you might think would like it. If you want to be on the show, my link tree is in email and stuff is on YouTube, and I'm very active on Instagram more than I am on Facebook. So if you message me on Facebook and I don't get back to you right away, then it's not because I don't like you. It's because I'm never on there. So I get on there to update the Keep Many Alive pages, and that's it. And then I'll get stuck on the meme page,
Yeah.
Wednesday is Strength Betrayed from Raleigh. Two fellows from Raleigh, North Carolina. So we'll talk to them at 7 p.m. I'm gonna change the marquee to we'll worship Alex on the marquee for a minute. There he is. Yeah. And then I'm gonna change it to 207, and it'll say Strength Betrayed as we listen to the heartthrob Kevin Whitaker. All right? The heartthrob.
Yeah. Nice.
We're gonna listen to his new single called Rise.
Yeah, Kev.
Alex, thanks so much for being on the show. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I look
Thanks, Scott.
forward to more. And let's work together with things, and let's raise some money for the humane societies and all that stuff. Let's do some stuff together.
Yes.
Let's change the world. Let's just change the world. Let's just go ahead and say that.
Absolutely.
Alex. Hannah says she says yes, dude. Promotion. Alex is my brother. Wait, what? Wait a minute. We can't end the show now. We got to figure this sibling
No,
thing
you
out.
should end the show.
That's a whole nother show. That's like a Maury Povich show, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's
Kevin says all the 9 people watching like stream and follow. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Yeah.
Oh, nice plug, Kev. Way to make it about you.
Do what he says, Kevin, or Kevin. You know what I mean. Anyway, I'm all talked out. I guess I'm gonna go play some music. Alex, thanks again, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Scott.
Everybody, thank you so much. Join me on for more Wieners on Wednesday, right? Wiener Wednesday? I guess we could call that. I don't know. Here is Kevin's newest single, where he digs himself out of a hole on his music video. The song's called Rise. We'll see you Wednesday. Have a good night.